Yo soy, me llamo Dora. Really what I'm trying to say is g'day mate. How are ya? I'm Dora. How's your morning? Or afternoon if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Or night if you're in the UK. Northern Hemisphere, I mean America, afternoon. Nor Europe, UK, it's nighttime. Australia, it's morning. It's 7:13 a.m. here on Wednesday morning. It's Dancing with Dora night. God, I haven't sorted a dance. Oh, actually, I have actually. I did actually. I'm not sure if I love it though. It's from a live I did last year. Some of you might remember. I went for a walk. I was walking in the city. Yeah, and it's the usual place I dance. And people that know me will know exactly where that is. All right, well, let's get into this morning routine, morning concoction that I've got. Then we go to the beach. A bit of morning movement. Ooh. Ooh. I should start the car, shouldn't I? That's another thing I do. I start the car to warm the car up. Warm the body, warm the body, warm the body. I'm in the car. Though I've already done my tapping this morning. The armpit's really important when you're over 40. Get the lymph nodes moving, shaking, makes you wake up. Life's good. How's 2026 treating you? I'd love to know. If you're watching this on a replay, I'd love to know. A, why you're watching this, because I always say to you, don't watch my replays, man. Catch me on another live, in a couple of hours later anyway, normally. Actually, there's going to be 2 lives today, guys. Heads up, 2 lives. I am going platypus chasing this afternoon. Dora is feeling very, very optimistic that we are going to see a platypus today. Why I say that is because yesterday we went koala chasing and we saw 2 koalas. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, I've got to say. So if you've already seen my long form video that I posted it this morning, which would depend on where you are, but there's a new video out on my long form videos, guys. 15 minutes this time. 15 minutes. Chasing koalas, basically. Koalas in the wild. Dora in the wild, should I say. Muy bueno. Shake, rattle, and roll. All right, gonna wash that down with a bit of water. Some people don't like lemon and apple cider vinegar because it tarnishes your teeth, or actually eats away your teeth. Just scull it down. Swish and swallow that straight after. All right, green juice is back on the table. Oh, make sure the lid is on, Dora. God damn. Okay. Shake around. Oh, why is there a little bit of water coming out of it? I don't understand. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. I do not understand the mechanics of these things. I put it on right. Yep, it's all right. Okay, let's go open the door and shake it out the door. That's probably the better way to do it. Because if it explodes on me, it's in the outside, not in the car. I think it's just put on top, basically. Okay, ready? Shake, a rattle and roll, shake, I need a new song, don't I? I'm walking on sunshine, yeah, yeah. I'm walking on sunshine, yeah, yeah. Walking on sunshine, yeah, yeah. And don't you feel good, yeah. You know that song? Do you remember that song? I don't know why I sang that song, but anyway. But I guess we're going to go walk on sunshine now, aren't we? Go walk on the beach. Mm. Hey, Charlie, how you going? How you doing? Happy New Year, mate. I don't know if I've seen you this year. How are you? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to put you guys down, or guy down. I'm going to drive to the beach. Hey, how are you? How are you? I can never say, how do you say your name? How do you say your channel name? I don't know. I can't even say that, butcher it. Charlie, how would you say the name in between? Far Studio. How do I just call you Studio? Hey, Studio, how are you? Meet my friend Proud Canadian. He's Canadian. His name is Charlie. And Studio is from America, I believe. Studio, would you love to tell me your name? Thank you for sharing my you put me on your community list or your watch list or something like that. Thank you. That's really nice. And a couple of people have actually come over and said hello. So thank you. That's really nice of you. So it's nice to have friends, but I'd really like to know your name. I always like to know people's first names. Oh, you're from the UK. Ah, okay. Right. You're from the UK. And what was your first name, if you don't mind me asking? Because I just like to know people's names. Like I know Proud Canadian 3. His name's Charlie. Instead of saying, "Hey, Proud, how you going?" I'd like to say, "Hey, Charlie, how you going?" And then we've got Riley. Hi, Riley, how you going? I'm Dora, by the way, from Australia. Hence the accent. G'day, mate. But if you're watching the rerun, you'd be kind of like confused. You're like, why did you start speaking Spanish at the start? I can't speak Spanish. I can't speak Espanol. I try to speak Espanol. I'm just trying to practice, right? So yeah, Studio, I'd love to know your first name, if you don't mind me asking. It's just I really like to know people's names. Like, for example, you're part of Doran's community. I don't call him the Source. I call him Doran. Poets Society, I call her Sandra. Um, Chicken Explorers, Rick. I just like to know people's names. And we have Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle to the house. Hello, Ninja Turtle. Spin that wheel. Okay, sorry, I had to make that joke. Okay, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I love to dance. I love music. I was just singing in my head. I'm walking on sunshine. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, the Ninja Turtle song, Spin That Wheel. That was a good song. Okay, you have me on your watch list. Thank you. Because my friend, I cannot say their name. Fabric Studio, who now I know is from the UK, also has me on his watch list. And I've had a couple of people come over from his watch list. So thank you. And Dr. Ninja Turtle said he's put me on his watch list too. So thank you. Wayne, okay. So this is when you need to remember people's names, right? So how do I remember that? I don't know. Some people put like association with, Wayne with names and stuff like that. But I'm just going to go Studio. Far Studio is Wayne. Far Studio is Wayne from the UK. Far Studio is Wayne from the UK. And Dr. Ninja Turtle, you're American, right? And you're about to just go visit our friend Doran in Maui. That's pretty cool. I'm about to go meet up with some of my YouTube friends. Paul, which is Paul D Australia. If you don't know him, you should check him out. Paul D Australia. He's from Victoria. He does adventure kind of content. He's going to Bali. He loves Bali. So yeah. And then I'm meeting up with Jazz Nomad TV. She's from the UK, Africa originally, UK French. She's going to go to Bali too. So we're going to meet up in Bali. And then one of our other friends, Nicola's Adventure or Nicola's Recipes. She's changing her name a little bit at the moment. Nicola, she's Malaysian, living in Italy, back in Malaysia. She's going to meet us in Bali too. So there's 3 of us going to meet in Bali. So I'm so excited. So Wayne is from the UK. And Dr. Ninja Turtle, yes, he's going to Maui next week. That's exciting. You'd love to go to Bali. Yeah, I know. I haven't been to Bali I'm Australian, right? So Bali's like Mexico to Australia, Americans, right? Because it's just, we don't share a border, but it's not very far away, especially from where I live. If I go to the other side of Australia, to Perth, it's about 6 hours. So a lot of people prefer to leave the country on a holiday, right, and go to Bali, different cultures, different food, different languages, different beaches, than stay in Australia and fly, 6 hours. And I'm going to tell you something, To fly to Perth for me, I live in Brisbane. I'm on the east coast of Australia. To fly to Perth will cost me the same amount of money to fly to Bali. So where would you go? Would you go to Perth or would you go to Bali? I have been to Perth. So if someone says you should go once, I have. And I'd like to go again, actually. So, um, Dr. Ninja Turtle lives in Florida. Right. Okay, guys. This is how it goes. I always start my live early, and then I put you down on the, next to me and talk to you like a podcasting with Dora while I drive to the beach. So let's stop talking. Let's go drive to the beach. If you want to hang around. But you'll see my local beach. It's not Maui, but it's a beach, right? I'm 5 minutes away. So I'm going to put you down over the moonroof. In Australia, we can't hold the phones while we drive. That's, silly. You concentrate on the road, right? So if you want to hang around and see my beach, we always start our walk. It's morning here in Australia, mind you. So it's 7:23 a.m. here in southeast Queensland. So I'm 30 minutes away from Brisbane, a place called Redcliffe. Beautiful little seaside village. We don't have the beaches like golden beaches like that you kind of think about when you think of Australia. But, my beach is local. I love it. You can swim there. I swam there on New Year's Day. It was beautiful. And it's a beach, right? And I'm very, very grateful to live on the beach. So what I normally do is I go down to the beach, onto the sand, I put my hands up in the air and I say, thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, my angels in the sky. Thank you for giving me another day on this earth. Because, it's a gift. Like, tomorrow's definitely not guaranteed. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Focus on now, right? Last year I read a really powerful book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Anyone read that book? I'd love to know if you have. If you have, let me know. But that book was the best book I read last year. Mind you, it was the only book I read. I haven't read many books in the last couple of years, but last year I read 6 books, guys. Was it 5 books? 6 books. I read 6 books last year. That is huge, and that is because I did 75 hard. So 75 hard is one of these kind of daily practices to give you good habits. And one of the good habits is reading 10 pages of a self-help book a day. So guess what I did this morning, guys? I might not be doing 75 hard anymore. We finished that last year. We don't need to do that again, guys. Just saying. Though I'm crazy enough that I'll probably do it again this year. So anyway, but if you're interested in doing 75 hard with me this year, let me know. I might be encouraged to do it earlier than later. It'd be cool to get the whole community, well, not whole, but like a few of us to do it. I tried to get a few people to do it last time with me, but unfortunately, yeah, it's not easy, right? But anyway, reading the books has been so powerful for me, and I'm still doing it. In my morning practice now, I start my morning with not scrolling, guys, not scrolling on the phone. I start my morning looking at watching a meditation or listening to a meditation on YouTube, though. So I do 10 minutes meditation. This morning was about affirmations. Love affirmations. And then I read, I don't know how many pages of my book. I'm reading a Japanese book about a saying called wabi sabi. Wabi sabi. Very two weird words, wabi sabi. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy that they do in Japan. And it's a really interesting book. So anyway, I'm reading that. And then, of course, I had to look at my videos because I posted a video last night. I uploaded a video last night. It didn't upload till this morning, though. I don't know what happened. But anyway, I had to quickly do some things with that. So there is a new video up, guys. It's a 15-minute video on koalas in the wild. And spoiler alert, I saw 2 koalas. It was pretty fantastic, I've got to say. So I have a lot to be thankful for this morning when I put my hands up in the air and say, thank you, universe. Guys, I'm just stuck at lights. I can see the beach right in front of me. And the sun is pumping down. It's 28 degrees here. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, guys, but it's warm. Okay, let's go. Finish off my green powder juice. And then we're going to do a jumping for joy. If you haven't seen that, you'll see that soon. And then we're just walking on the beach. Hopefully we see pelicans. I haven't seen a pelican for a little while. So guys, if you're in the chat and you're new, this is not a podcast. I am literally just driving to the beach and I'm like 2 minutes away from parking. And then you'll see the beach. And then we'll have some talk and walk. Probably me talking and walking. I can't see the chat very well when I'm walking, just because there's a lot of glare on my phone. I need to get one of those glare protectors on my phone. I don't know why I didn't think about that when I got a new screen protector on the phone. Anyway, that's all right. We can survive without it. All right. Parking. Oh, close that down. It's very, very... Oh, okay. We're at the beach, guys. I don't know who's there. Keep being there. Hey, Bo! Wait. Dora found a koala. I did find a koala, Bo. Bo, you know what? I thought you had disappeared. I thought the YouTube world had swallowed you up and took your channel away. But it's good to see you. Hey, Mike, how you going? So, guys, we are at the beach. Told you I was at the beach. I was just too busy driving here. So let me just have a quick look at the chat while I can read. So Bo is here. He made a level on the stern to drop during the sinking. What? On your boat? Try adding some decks to float it. Oh, cool. Take us to the beach. Yes. Well, you're here at the beach now. See, the beach is over here. I'm just having a quick look at the chat. Oh, you've never seen a pelican before? Oh my gosh. Okay, I will have to show you. Hey, Mike, how you going? Yes, Mike saw the koala adventure. So, Mike, HMHS is Bo. Bo from Tasmania. All right, well, I'm glad you bothered to see me now, Bo. Anyway, nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you, Bo. Nice to see you, Mike. How are you this afternoon? Are you driving home from work, or are you home from work now? All right, I'm just going to drink this. I need to put some sunscreen on. Completely forgot about that. So, Mike, we have a hat. Sun Smart, right? Sun Smart. We have this thing so we don't get sunburn on our arms. And we're going to put something on our face so we don't get any more freckles, even though it's nice to have kisses on my face from my angels. So have you ever heard that saying before? Mike gave me that saying, mind you. I stole it from Mike, who stole it from someone else probably. So I was saying one day about my freckles that, I put sunscreen on because I have freckles. Look at that. Freckle, 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 freckle. And look, it's just part of me now. Like, it is what it is, right? Once upon a time it might have pissed me off, but I can't change it, right? Anyway, Mike says to me one day, he goes, they're angel kisses. Oh, I like that. Because I have a few angels. I do have to rub that in a lot because, as you can see, it makes your face kind of a bit funny. Now, guys, I don't like sunscreen. I really hate it. It's full of carcinogenics and all the bad shit that will kill us. Everything kills us, right? But I went to a health food shop and found one that didn't have all the bad stuff in it. it did cost me like 50, $60 for this little thing. So, it is expensive, but I guess I'm worth it, right? And I did buy one for my body too. Again, supposed to be better for you, got no carcinogenics in it. It's called Natural Mineral Sunscreen, 650 plus. So if you go swimming or something, this is good. I always add a little bit on my arms, even though I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, just because the sun is pretty bitey here in Australia, if you haven't noticed, guys. And melanomas are on the rise here in Australia. My dad had melanomas cut out of his skin, like his face. So he was very prone to it. I've got my dad's skin. I've got my dad's height. I have my mum's olive complexion, so to speak. But I have the freckles, which you have to be careful about. So now stop your talking, Mutiara, because that's my real name. Mutiara. You're welcome to call me Mutiara, but it's much easier to call me Dora. All right, guys, let's go to the beach. Stop gabbing, Mutiara. We don't need the battery pack today because we are fully charged up in more ways than one. All right, let's go. Oh, hold on. Yep, everything's done. Yep. All right. She's a beautiful day, guys. She's a beautiful day. All right. Sunscreen. I mean, bottle of water. And thingamajiggy. That's all we need. We don't need a battery pack today, guys, because, well, we're not here for a long time. It's a work day today, guys. The usual routine, jump down to the beach and think about how lucky we are that we get to live next to the beach. Always so grateful that I get to live next to the beach. Norma Mary, how you going, Norma? Happy New Year, Norma. All right, guys, let's do a jumping for joy. Let's try that one more time. So guys, that was jumping for joy. Hands up in the air. Because I'm saying thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, my angels, that I have this beautiful day to enjoy. It's a work day, but that's okay. It's still a beautiful day, right? So, let's do some morning movement. Let's going to walk down that way. Just going to plug in first. You got a double jumping for joy. Oh no, the first jumping for joy just didn't feel good. As in, like, because I'm jumping downhill. I don't know if you can see the gradient. It's a little bit downhill. It wasn't easy to jump, guys. So I just thought, you know what? Let's do another jump. So double jump kind of day. You know what that means, guys? I think it's a good omen. So guys, I'm going to go platypus chasing this afternoon. I have a good feeling about today. I had a good feeling about yesterday. I didn't give up. If anyone watched my live yesterday, it was pretty long yesterday afternoon. I went for a walk in a place that, sometimes is easy to see koalas. But the last couple of times I've done lives there, I've not seen a koala.
And, you know, it was going down to like 20% times I'd go there, I would see a koala. But yesterday we upped the ante. We finally saw a little koala, and it was so cool to show you on a live. Basically, yeah, finding koala. It was amazing. And then I finished the live and went walking a little bit more, and I found another one. So I did make a video of it yesterday, straight after my adventure. Well, not straight after, last night. I don't normally do that, but you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more, if I'm going to film it, get the video out, you know, don't have it sitting on your hard drive that you just think about, oh, I'll post that one day. So anyway, I posted it. So as you see, people are already lying on the beach. It's still holiday season here. A lot of people went back to work on Monday, yesterday. I went back to work yesterday. Some of my friends went back to work yesterday. But a lot of people still are on holidays. Kids are still on school holidays. Hey Bill, how you going? Nice to see you, mate. Bill, we went koala chasing yesterday afternoon and we saw koalas. And this afternoon, my afternoon, I'm going to go up to my mum's. I have to get the donga ready. So, for example, my mum, oh, isn't this beautiful, guys? Let me just stop and have a look at this. Is that not beautiful? Or is that not beautiful? I love seeing the lines in the sand. That's from the wind, from the water. Just amazing. Just amazing. I know we should be exercising, we should be walking. And we are. We're going to start moving our arms, pumping our arms, pumping our arms, pumping our arms, pumping our arms. End of the day, you know, I do movement in the morning to move my body, to get my heart rate up. Oh, but I have to stop. These are some of my favourite things to see in the wild. See these just like lines in the sand? They might just be lines in the sand to you, but they just look fantastic to me. I just think they're so beautiful. That's been created by, you know, the universe, Mother Nature. I just think if we can stop and just appreciate what's in front of us sometimes. And I'm to blame, guys. I'm go, 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 go. But I said that 2026 would be the year that I have a bit more calm in my life. So stopping to have a look at the lines is really important. Might not be important to you guys, but we're gonna quickly hop, jump, skip, hopefully not get wet, walking over the lines. How cool is that? Oh, you're watching it on the TV. Yeah, it probably is really pretty on the TV then. So you wouldn't want me to move too much then, Mike? I mean, Bill, don't move too much. That's kind of like annoying you on the screen. All right. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I just can't help but feel so grateful that I get to walk on this beach most mornings. You know, and it's really, really nice that I get to take you guys, you know, on the ride or on the walk with me. Ride, walk, adventure, whatever you want to call it. You know, some people would say, why do you do a live when you walk on a beach? Like, why? Well, I just think that there's a lot of people that don't live near the beach. Like, well, Mike lives in Minnesota. His lakes, they're kind of beaches, don't they? But they're not like sandy like this. Bill lives in Iowa. I don't think that's anywhere near the beach. I was in the middle of America, right? You guys don't get to see a beach. So I'm doing my share for the community, guys. I'm giving you a beach to look at. I think there's more to it than that. I mean, that's just me being funny, but like if I really thought about it, why do I do lives? Well, you could probably go, well, Dora, you're doing it for watch hours, because when you do a live, it accumulates watch hours. But I'm going to be honest with you, the real reason why I do lives is that I don't have to edit it. Do you know how many times I've taken videos of this beach, doing an adventure on this walk? I have so many adventures that I've videoed, and they've been really, really good adventures that I should make one day into a video. But do you think I've got the time, or do you think I prioritise time to sit down and edit a video on my local beach? I don't. It's much easier for me to just, in the moment, turn on the live. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Turn on the live and I can just show you what I'm looking at and tell you, instead of telling you, show you live. No editing, no fancy graphics, no voiceovers, just my real voice. And it just makes it so much damn easier, I'm gonna be honest. But, from the lives I've been doing, I'm starting to get, considerable watch hours. So that's kind of interesting. In the scale of life, I have a job. This is like a part-time job I don't get paid for, guys. Because I spend a lot of time, doing things on YouTube, filming something, editing something, watching my friends' videos, commenting, being in other people's lives. Love being on other people's lives, I'm gonna be honest. Love being in the chat, but I like getting invited to, be on people's lives. Like last week or the week before, I was invited to be on the Sources live. 5 questions with the source, that was pretty exciting. From that panel or that live, I met another guy, Big Jack. So he has got a channel called Iron Maiden or something like that. Anyway, so we've connected and we're in the process of organising something to be on his channel. And I'm also got some people that I want to interview this year myself. So yeah, it's an exciting year on YouTube, but it does feel a little bit like work experience. I won't lie, because I don't get paid any money, right? But here I am spending a lot of time on it. But you know what? It's a joy. I'm going to be honest. I really enjoy it. And people say when you get monetized, it becomes a bit of a chore. So enjoy it before you get monetized. So that's kind of sad, right? But anyway, I don't know if that's true or false, but that's what I have heard. So I'm not monetized. Hey guys, actually, completely forgot, I'm on 900 subscribers. So that means I have to do a Dancing with Dora dance. And I just thought of the most perfect place to do a dance. So anytime I hit a milestones, let's be real. There's no excuse. I don't need an excuse to dance, right? I just like dancing. It's a good movement, right? Anyway, let's walk up to Lavender's Rock first. And then let's set up for Dancing with Dora. So that's an upside down love heart. That is a love heart. Whoop. Is it a love heart? You can't see it well. It's kind of buried a little bit. But that is a love heart, guys. So this is where I'm going to do a Dancing with Dora, guys. I always love coming through here. It just feels like my own little private oasis. It reminds me of The floor is lava, the floor is lava, the floor is lava. I don't know, guys, but this I think used to be lava from back in the day. It's not coral. You have to be careful. You wouldn't want to fall on this, guys. This would really hurt, just saying. Would really hurt. So, oh, hello, little crabs. Little hermit crabs, see them? Oh, wow, they're pretty. They were purple, just see that? Oh my God, they were gorgeous. Okay, guys, we need to set the camera up. Where can we set the camera up? So we can do a dance. Okay, Okay, there is also a good chance that this phone, when I put it down, will cut out. Just saying, it's always the way. Because just this area here doesn't have great connection. So there's a good chance that I put the camera down on the ground to set up for Dancing with Dora and it'll cut out. But anyway, I don't care. It is what it is. Actually, I do care because if the live cuts out, the actual film doesn't record and I want to film this. Okay, let's figure out this. Where's a nice backdrop? I think we need to do the backdrop of... Oh, actually, hold on, guys. Let's see what... Can we set the camera up here? It's not going to sit there. There we go, we'll set that like that. I don't have a tripod, guys, so we use... Oh, whoops. We're trying to use our camera, our phone, our water bottle as a tripod. Okay, that works. That works, kind of. Are you guys there? Is anyone there? Okay, that'll do. All right. This is a Dancing with Dora 900 subs. This is for you guys because you subscribed. 900 of you subscribed. So that means we have to do a Dancing with Dora. Alright. Okay. I need a song. What song can we sing? I need a song in my head. Okay, I got it. It's a song I sang when I first started this live. If anyone was watching, you know the song. I'm walking on sunshine and dancing and dancing and dancing and dancing. We're dancing on rocks, rocks, walking on sunshine. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And don't you feel good? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that was Dancing with Dora. Heart rate is up. How was that, guys? Wouldn't it be funny if I lost that? Okay. Is this completely so? This could be vodka. Not sure. Let's smell. Let's smell. Is this vodka? Anyone? Debatable. Okay. That was Dancing with Dora. Celebrating 900 subs, guys. Thank you guys for celebrating with me and giving me shit. Love it. Love you, trolls. So, this is a nice little mangrove section of Redcliffe that I just love. I just think it's beautiful. Mangroves give us life, guys. They clean the air, they clean the water. So, don't kill them. All right, so let's keep on walking. I'm nice and warm now, guys. Dancing with Dora always warms me up. Is that Shannon? Hey Shannon, how you going? Shannon, I got an email from Michelle. So if you want to, I can take you to that koala park. Well, it's not a park, koala park, but it's a park. And we can go try to find a koala if you want to do that. It's a 30-minute drive from Brisbane City. So guys, Shanster Travels is in the chat. She's from America. She's coming to Brisbane in February. She's flying in. She's going to go down to Sydney to visit a friend. Then she's coming back to Brisbane to do a cruise. And then she finishes her cruise in Brisbane too. So I'm going to catch up with her and her friend Michelle. Her friend Michelle lives on the other side of Brisbane. And they're cruising friends. So Shannon looked at my replay yesterday of my koala chasing video. And I'd love to show Shannon like a koala in the wild. I mean, I can't guarantee it, right? But she knows that. But in the area, there's about 3 or 4 different places that we can go to up the ante. But you'd probably need half a day, Shannon, just saying. But I'm happy to do that. I can take you to these little parks and we can go find koalas. I know your viewers, Shannon, would absolutely love it. I mean, my viewers also loved it. But Shannon's got a bigger channel. And obviously she's American. And for Americans, koalas are just something that are, they're like an urban myth nearly. Well, they're not really, because you can just go to any zoo in Australia and you can actually hold a koala. Don't promote that personally, guys. If you do that, that's fine. But koalas shouldn't be held. They're wild, right? They should be in the wild. There's reasons why some koalas are in sanctuaries, because they've got chlamydia, these diseases that they get from the wild, and they can't be put back into the koala population. And that's why they're in sanctuaries. I want to make a video in the next couple of weeks on a koala sanctuary that I go to. It's a free, actually that's the place I could take you to also, Shannon. It's on the other side of town, which is closer to you, where Michelle is. Not closer to you, you're in the middle of the city, which is still. So it's a koala sanctuary. It's called Daisy Hill Koala Conservation Park, and it's free to go there. And they save koalas, basically. And so for example, if a koala was attacked by a dog, which happens a lot here, they try to rehabilitate them and actually try to get them back into the koala population straight away. But if they can't, then they have to look after them. So they also do a live show between at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. It's free. And they talk about the conservation of koalas. It's such a great talk. I've been quite a few times now. And every time I go, you know, you learn more and more about koalas. They're fantastic animals. And they're so quiet. You can walk straight past them like I did yesterday. In my video that I've just posted, guys, it's a 15-minute video on my long form videos. And it shows how I literally walk past another koala. And if I wasn't listening, and like a big ears that I have, I was listening to a guy talk to someone on loudspeaker on his phone saying, "Oh, I'll show you the koala." And sure enough, there's a koala in a tree I walk straight past. They're so camouflaged. So anyway, there's a couple of options, Shannon. But if you'd like to see some wildlife, and then I could easily take you to a place to see kangaroos in the wild. And that's a pretty much a 90% given that I could see that, because it sounds weird, guys, but the cemetery where my father's ashes are buried, it's in the bush, and there's always kangaroos. So it was my dad's, before he passed away, he said he wanted to be buried in that particular place. And I think it's because it was like the bush. There's these massive gum trees, which could particularly be a place where koalas live. I haven't seen them before. But you see kangaroos all the time. So I think I've done 1 or 2 lives from there. It sounds really weird that I do a live from a cemetery, but it's so beautiful. I mean, cemeteries traditionally are places that are so sad, right? It's somewhere that you go to grieve. But I think my dad had a different theory about that one. I think he wanted me to go visit him to go look at the bush. So when I go there, I just sit up and look at the trees, and it's such an amazing feeling. And then you can see wallaby poo, kangaroo poo. So you know they're around. And yep, sure enough, you see lots of kangaroos. It's amazing. So that's another option too, Shannon. So Shannon's got, I love koalas. Okay, well, I'm happy to show you some koalas in the wild, some animals in the wild. So this afternoon, guys, which a lot of my American friends will be asleep, so you'll catch the replay. But I'm going to go platypus chasing. I'm going up to Mullaney. I have to, you know how, guys, my house is getting renovated. We literally are getting the pop-up camper tonight, and we'll start getting the pop-up camper, you know, all the things in it to live in it, and then we'll drag it to my friend's backyard. But we also have options to sleep at people's houses too, right? We've got a 1 week stay at a property 30 minutes away from where I live. So that will be fun, and they've got 15 chickens. And then we also have options to stay at my mum's house. So maybe over the weekend we might go to my mum's house. So my mum has like a mining hut. We call them in Australia dongers. But Diego and I kind of fitted it out a little while ago. We've got a queen size bed in it, electricity, there's a toilet in it. It's nicely set up. It's like a little cabin. So I'm going to go up there this afternoon and make sure the bed's made, you know, get it comfortable, get it clean, because I haven't stayed in it for about a year. It's pretty bad of me, haven't it? But anyway, there's reasons for everything, right? But anyway, so I'm going to do that, and plus we have a telescope. I bought Diego a telescope, and there's no use in using the telescope in this area because of all these houses and all the lights. When you use a telescope and you're in a high density kind of area, you don't really see a lot of stuff. So where my mum's in Mullaney, there is no lights. She lives out in property and it's pitch dark at night time. So we figure if we take the telescope up there, we've got a better chance of actually seeing, you know, maybe planets. That'd be pretty cool. People live in the cemetery in Philippines? Really, Bill? Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I'm curious about that. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm not sorry, but like I'm a little bit slow to the chat because I have been walking and the sun has there's a bit of cloud coverage so I can see the chat. So Shannon's got here, I have a full day after the cruise. Okay, perfect. Well, if you want to earmark that, we can do a full day we can go to all the places. I'm happy to drive. I know the locations. We can go to all of them. We can go to Daisy Hill, that way you're guaranteed to see a koala and you get the history, because I think you'd love that and your viewers would love to hear the talk and the history, not the history, but like, you know, a bit of a chat about koalas from, you know, one of the rangers. And then I can take you actually koala chasing ourselves. And there's like 3 locations in the same area that we can go to up the ante if we don't see one. And then I can also take you to see the kangaroos if you want to too. And we can have lunch. And we can dance. We can do a koala dance. That always ups the ante. When I do a platypus dance, that always ups the ante. Okay, so Shannon's up to both of those. That's great. Shannon gets off the cruise on the 9 a.m. I drop my luggage at the Holiday Inn, then we can meet. Okay, cool. Or I could pick you up to fasten the process. I could pick you up from the cruise terminal and I can drop you to the Holiday Inn. I'll go drive because there will be nowhere to park there, but I can drop you there. You can, check into your hotel and I can come back and get you. That could work. I've got a friend that lives in the city anyway, so I can go catch up with them while you sort yourself out. Or I can just meet you later. It's all good. Either or. I'm easy. Okay, well, I'd love to show you a kangaroo in the wild and a koala in the wild, guys. I'm so excited. Yay! I mean, I'm excited to see these animals myself, right? Every time I see them, I'm so blown away. Blown away. And I'm Australian, right? And I get to see them quite regularly. But showing someone else is another vibe, guys. I'm going to be honest. It's so beautiful to show other people. Like, I've had friends come over from overseas and take them to, some of these locations. Not recently, but many years ago. And when they see a koala or a kangaroo in the wild, you should see their eyes. Their eyes just go, I don't know. But their eyes are just wide open. They're just like, holy shit, Australia's amazing. Australia's amazing. Show Shanster. Do you know people in the chat? I think you know a few of them. Wayne is Far Brick Studios. He's from the UK. A new friend of mine just recently that I've met in the chat. Shannon is Shanster, guys. Shanster's Travels. She's from America. And we're just talking about, she's coming to Brisbane. Well, she's coming to Australia, guys. She's coming to do a cruise. So Shanster's Travels, she's a big cruisy, guys. Loves cruises. So if you're into cruising content, and it's not just content on the cruise ship, guys. She does a lot of content off the cruise ship. So she just recently, well, in the last year, went to Hawaii. So there's like part 1, part 2, part 3 of Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. Someone in the chat before, Dr. Ninja Turtle, he's from America. He's actually going to meet to Hawaii next week to meet one of the YouTubers that we're all friends with. So that'll be interesting. There'll be lots of content coming from both of them, I'd say, or joined lives. That'll be cool. I can't wait to meet Shannon. Who else is in the chat, guys? Oh, Dr. Ninja Turtle is still there, guys. Oh, so Dr. Ninja Turtle's also seen documentaries of people living in the Philippines in cemeteries. Okay, guys, I'm a bit far behind in the chat, obviously. Okay, someone's got here. Larry's got here. Manila, there was a documentary about people living in a cemetery. They also take food from restaurants' dumpsters, reheat and sell it cheap. I've heard about that. I have heard about that. My head looks crazy. Yes, that's actually, Larry, that's a really good point. I have heard that. It sounds gross, right? But apparently it's they wash it, don't they? I saw them, they were washing it and yeah, I don't know. And then I guess if they wash it and then they heat it up at like high temperatures, it gets rid of all the diseases, I guess. I mean, I'm game. Would you try it? I'm game. I would try it. Look, I'm a foodie. I would try something. I've tried some weird food before. I've tried guinea pig before in Peru. And that's probably the foulest thing I've ever tried. Actually, no, I take that back. The Philippines. I went to the Philippines once and they have this dish called balut. Has anyone heard of balut? It's disgusting. Disgusting. If you don't know what Bulut is, look it up. B-A-L-U-T. And then come back and tell me in the chat. Okay, Bill's got here. Yes, they get homeless and nowhere to go. And some miss their loved ones so much as they were raised by family in cemeteries. Oh, you know what? That just breaks my heart, guys. Because Philippines is a beautiful, beautiful country, guys. I will do a video one day of visiting the Philippines because it's such a beautiful, naturally gorgeous place. I've never been to Manila, and I think that's probably where you're talking about a lot of this stuff. You know, a lot of homelessness happens in the big capital cities because people come there for, you know, chances of working, but, you know, it's hard to find work. And then when it's hard to find work, you can't find anywhere to live. Most cities have a big shortage of, you know, accommodation, so that they have to live in a cemetery. Wowzers. But yeah, I have heard about that. Hey, like cleaning the rubbish or scrap food and then eating. It sounds disgusting, right? But you think about it, guys, like we live very privileged lives. I mean, I'm just talking about myself. I don't know personally a lot of you guys, but, you know, we live in apartments, in houses, right? We drive cars. We have food in our fridges. We live a very privileged life. You know, I have friends that, you know, are quite depressed, and I say, hey, we are so lucky. You are so lucky. You have a roof over your head, a warm bed, water that comes out of a tap, you know, sewerage systems. You know, we are so, so lucky. And I know there's other reasons why we might become depressed, but when you start thinking about what you're grateful for and what you actually have compared to other people, and like, you know, we're just talking about people living in cemeteries, guys. People eating food that has been repurposed, as in like it's rubbish food that's been chucked away, washed, and then reheated and cleaned or cooked. I mean, tell me that you're not grateful right now thinking about that. See you, Bo. Okay, so Shannon knows Wayne. Everyone knows everyone in these communities, don't they? And that's what I like. It's nice. But I do like to introduce people too. Larry's talking about what are they easy to find in the wild. Are you talking about kangaroos or koalas? Koalas are not easy to find, very, very hard actually. If you go look at my previous live, Larry, you will see how hard it was to find a koala. Or if you go look at my latest YouTube video, you'll also see, well, I tell you, it's not easy. Okay, guys, I'm far, far behind. Didn't realise I was that far behind. Balut, never will eat another one. Okay, so Bill, you've tried balut. So Shannon, you know what we're talking about too? So Bill, tell me, when did you go to the Philippines? Okay, let me tell you the story about my balut, okay guys? This is weird. Okay, so I'm sidetracked, guys. Back on the story of homelessness, because Dr. Ninja Turtles got here. I am very privileged. I was homeless at 25 years old. Well, and look where you've come now, right? And that's beautiful. But like, I'm walking along here, guys. I haven't showed you guys, but there's a lot of vans. And what I haven't showed you is the cars, people living in their vans, lucky they're privileged also to have a car to sleep in, right? But some of the places that I walk past, I've actually walked past people sleeping underneath the boardwalks. They're in tents, or they're just sleeping rough. They don't even have a tent. So there are people, like literally I'm walking past that are homeless, and it's so sad to see. But on the upside, if you're going to be homeless anywhere, where I live in Redcliffe is a really good place to be homeless. We have a lot of homeless associations that you can get food every day. You can get a hot meal. There's vans that come around and give you, cups of teas, food. They can also give you socks and like personal effects. I used to volunteer at one of them, so I know how they work. I mean, I'm not saying it's great to be, homeless, but it's something that we're dealing with here. And like for example, technically, and I don't want to say it like this, but like I have to move out of my house. Like our services are getting turned off in our home because we're getting, the house is getting lifted. So technically we have to find somewhere to live. And I've been looking for a house sit and I couldn't find anywhere to stay. So we're staying in a pop-up camper, and we're putting it in my friend's backyard because there is nowhere to rent. You can't rent a place here anymore because everywhere there's a shortage of places to live everywhere you go. Let's turn around, guys. House sitting has been taken up with people that are homeless, staying at people's houses for free in exchange for looking after their house and dogs. So that's becoming, that's not an easy thing to do anymore. I have got one house sit, but that was very difficult to get. But yeah, so we're about to, in a month, actually live. I mean, we're going to be privileged, right? We're going to have access to water. We'll, put in the camper that we have. We don't own it, we borrowed it. Has a tap, so you can plug into water. We'll plug in an electricity line so that we can have electricity in the van. And then my friend has 2 toilets in the house, so we have access, so we can actually go to the toilet, which is lovely. There's a shower upstairs, and we could have gone to a caravan park that costs you $266 a week. So we're probably just going to give that money to my friend because we're going to spend that in electricity and water being in their house, and it's it's a privilege to be able to put the van in someone's backyard, right? Hey Maddie, how are you, mate? You feeling better today? So Maddie is my friend from Arizona. So I'm going to be honest, I think that I'm not going to get a first-hand experience like, Dr. Ninja Turtle said he was homeless at 25 years old. We're not exactly homeless, but I'm going to go through some emotions, the frustration. So I'm going to feel like some of the things that, people when they are homeless, and it should make me more grateful, right? That, some of the simple pleasures that we get to simply go, you know what? I want to go to the toilet. So if I want to go to the toilet, I have to go out of the camper and into my friend's house to go to the toilet, which is very, very, very lucky to have. A lot of these people that are sleeping rough on the beach don't have that because the public toilets here, they close them at night time. Because basically the council here don't want you sleeping in the toilets at night time. So they close them at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So technically you have nowhere to go to the toilet. And I'm going to be honest, when you got to go, you got to go. What do you do? It's not a nice situation. So, these are simple things that we take for granted, right? So Larry's got here, 90% of the world lives under 30k USD, more than 50% of poverty, but Filipinos are happy. Yeah, and you know what? It's not just the Filipinos. I spent a bit of time in the South Pacific, Shanster Shannon is about to do a cruise going through the South Pacific, and she'll go to places like Vanuatu. Vanuatu is a really, classes are quite a poor country economically, but the country is full of natural beauty, and the people are so beautiful. They say the Vanuatu people are the most happiest people on earth. It could just be their catchphrase. But like Philippines, you know, a lot of people live, you know, like on farms, and, you know, they don't have running water, they don't have, you know, septic systems. There's not a lot of food. Food is quite scarce. They grow their food. And I actually, when I went to Vanuatu, I went to a homestay. I stayed in someone's house, and, you know, I would rather give my money to, you know, families than, you know, big organisations that run hotels, if I can. And, you know, it was amazing to see how they live, because they grow a lot of their food and vegetables. They had chickens, so I had chicken every night for dinner with lovely fresh vegetables. But the family that I stayed with, they lived across the road from a big active volcano. It's called Mount Yasur. So my first video ever posted on my YouTube, like 9 years ago, was from Mount Yasur. It's an active volcano. It's amazing. There was no editing in that video, guys. I just basically, I think I put it on the GoPro app, and GoPro edited it, and I just chucked it online and then ghosted. But the ash apparently killed all their plants. So they were struggling. They had no food to eat because all the ash killed all their plants. So yeah, there's a lot of countries that suffer. There really is. And when we live in first world countries, you know, I really think that we have this amazing privilege that we don't even realise. We have privilege even in our own countries, right? To have a roof over our head. Like Larry said, that, you know, around the world, average income is 30,000 US dollars. So that's about, yeah, it's not a lot of money, eh? And then the cost of living is so expensive now. Food, water, electricity, the internet, clothing, shelter, everything has just gone up. Oh, Bill, so you've never been to the Philippines, but you've tried it? Oh, okay. All right, okay. So guys, we're now talking about balut. Balut is the kind of the national snack of the Philippines. Oh my gosh. It is disgusting. Oh, disgusting. See you, Wayne. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Hey, Bellhop. How you going? I was buffing, was I? That's interesting. So guys, we're in southeast Queensland, if you're new to the chat. A place called Redcliffe. This is my local beach. These guys here in the water here have one of those underwater, what are they called? Metal detectors. I've actually never seen the underwater ones before, but now we have. So the underwater, so you've seen the guys walking on the beaches finding the sand, like all the interesting metals in the sand. Well, these guys are actually going out in the water with their metal detectors. I'd love to try that, guys. They've even got weights on so they can actually go underwater. Crazy. I'd like to try that. Has anyone tried that? Okay, sorry. I was talking about balut. Sorry. Back on track, guys. Back on track. Welcome in, guys, if I haven't said hello. Okay, so I was on a panel with Dr. Ninja Turtle a couple of days ago on the Sources channel, and Dr. Ninja Turtle was introducing us to his channel, and he was saying that all his proceeds goes to his charity, and now I understand the charity, because this charity goes to a homeless group because he used to be homeless when he was 25. Okay, that's interesting. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Dr. Ninja Turtle. So, Bill, did you say you used to be homeless? What? Sorry, I missed something here. I live in Iowa, 5 winters without heat. I also was homeless before. I lived in a van and in abandoned houses. Wow, okay, right. And it's very, very cold in Iowa. Camping out here is $12 a day. Shower is extra and you get free Wi-Fi. Thank you for sharing that, Bill. You're very lucky you didn't freeze to death. I'm sure there's quite a story there, Mike, from Bill. Oh, I was waiting for that one, Mike. And we're not, when we're having a laugh in a good way. We're not laughing at you, Bill. Just to be clear. Toilet humour is something that Mike and I have in common. So Bill's got here, I never thought I would be this old. So Bill, from memory, you're in your 70s, is that correct? But, you are fighting fit, I know you've got the diabetes that you're trying to get under control, but 2026 is the year you get it under control, right? How's your blood sugar levels at the moment? Last time I spoke to you, you said that you hadn't had to take insulin for a couple of days. And, you're actually pretty good. That your sugar count was low. How is it today? So we're just talking about Bill Myers. He's got type 2 diabetes, and it's quite a serious condition that he's got. Quite bad that he nearly ended up in a coma a couple of weeks ago. We are so blessed, honestly. Sometimes on my channel I feel a little bit bad talking about travel. Like, here's my goal to see 80 countries when, there are people literally sleeping under, these kind of platforms that I, stand under a lot of the time. So, I do feel the pinch sometimes. I think, how can I start talking about, I want to travel to this country and that country, and oh my God, I have to do this and I have to do that. And it does feel a little bit, like a bit silly sometimes in the world to, start talking about travel when people are literally, homeless. So yeah, it's a weird space. And what I'm doing, guys, is kicking my shoes right now. So I'm trying to get the sand off my shoes. One day you'll come to Australia, Dr. Ninja Turtle, and we'll catch up. Well, yeah, under here, Dr. Ninja Turtle. This is where I won't. They're not under here, but I have seen people sleep under here. Some of these, we've got quite a few of them going down the beach. Actually, there's a toilet block I didn't show you guys, but there's a whole lot of people sleeping under the toilet block. Thank you. If you'd like to hit the like, that'd be lovely on my live. Okay, you're 71, Bill. 71 years young, right, Bill? Ah, so Dr. Ninja Turtle also has type 2 diabetes. Dr. Ninja Turtle says, I'm in my 60s and I'm glad to be this old. You know what? It's a privilege to be old, right? And to actually age. I turned 50 last year, and a lot of my friends are like falling apart going, oh my God, we're 50. But you know what? I think it's a privilege. I have lost a couple of really good friends in the last couple of years, and they would love to be 50 right now, but they're not here because of their mental health. So I reversed that and went, you know what? I'm so blessed to be 50, right? Not everyone gets to be 50. Not everyone gets to be 60. And not everyone gets to be 70, like my friend Bill. So guys, oh, okay, I need to take my this off. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that walk. I needed a walk, that was really nice. But I have to go, guys. So, actually, before I go, I'm going to tell you the story about Balut. And just remind you, this afternoon, I'm going to go platypus chasing. So in probably, well, if you hit notifications on my channel, you will see that I do a live. But a lot of you guys are in the Northern Hemisphere, so you'll be asleep, and you should be asleep because sleep is very important for our mental health and for our health in general. So you'll catch it on the replay. Will I see a platypus, guys? Will I see a platypus? We did see a koala. So guys, there is a new video on my channel. It's 15 minutes, koalas in the wild. I saw 2 koalas yesterday, and that was amazing. So I'm hyper positive that we're going to see a platypus this afternoon. Platypus is another animal like a koala that is only found in Australia, and they're very hard to see. We have seen them a few times in my lives. I've been very lucky, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to put you down, and while I drive home and say goodbye, I'm going to tell you about my balut story, okay? So balut is a Filipino snack. But if you go, guys, thank you very much for being here and appreciate you. I'll see you another day. So, guys, balut. There's a few people in the chat that were talking about the Philippines. In the Philippines, that people were living in cemeteries. I've never heard that before, but okay. That'll be interesting to read about that. But we started talking about food. I don't know how we got talking about food. My lives go in many different directions, guys. If you haven't noticed, very different directions, and then come back to the same point. So balut. I went to the Philippines a couple of years ago, and I met some Filipino people. I was on a day trip. It happened to be my birthday, actually. I took myself on a solo adventure to the Philippines, and I went on a day adventure, and I met about 5 Filipino people that were from Manila. They went to the Palawan Islands. I was in a place called El Nido. It's a beautiful place. There's many beautiful places in the Philippines. And sorry, guys, I'm just having a drink of water. Anyway, they said to us, let's meet up for dinner tomorrow night. Anyway, that day, the next day was actually my birthday. I never tell people my birthdays, right? I just don't. So I went diving that day. So I'm a keen diver, very, very grateful to be able to dive. It's not an easy thing to do. And I actually had a very stressful situation in that dive, actually. When I went diving, I ran out of air. And that's a very, very interesting place to be, underwater, and not knowing what the hell is going on because you can't breathe. Because your senses don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, I'm here to tell the story, right? So it was a very stressful day. And I did go diving straight after that because I thought if I don't go diving again, I'll never go diving again. So I went back for another dive, and it was a good dive. And I've been diving since. But it was a very good experience that happened to me, and that I survived because I learned a very valuable trick about diving. Diving is hardcore. But anyway, that night I met up with my Filipino friends, and we were on a beach, and we were having, like, food under the stars. It was lovely. All these Filipino foods that we all tried and shared. It was lovely. And then, like, local ladies were walking around selling balut, these eggs. And I had heard of them, but I wasn't planning to eat them. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't planning to eat one. Anyway, my friends, being from Philippines, they love balut. So they're like buying lots of them. And they're like, okay, Dora, you've got to try balut. You love to travel. You've traveled all these places. You have to try balut. And I'm like, true, fair call, right? I've been to lots of places. You've got to try the food. You've got to try the local delicacy, right? And clearly everyone that eats it can't kill you, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I'll try it. Okay. Mind you, I was also having a couple of beers, so I probably had a bit of Dutch courage, right? Mind you, it was my birthday, and I had a stressful day. So I was kind of feeling very grateful that I survived all that. Again, grateful that it's another birthday. And I'm traveling. I'm very grateful. I get to travel, and I'm meeting these nice people. And they're still friends of mine on Facebook too. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, give me the goddamn balut. Let's try this thing. So I bite into it. And I'm like, oh my God. So guys, balut is now, it's disgusting. I'm just going to disclaimer here, it is disgusting. It is an embryo, like duck egg. That is what initially it is. It's a duck egg that has not been hatched. It has got a embryo of a duck in it. No joke. Now, the one I had, grateful, ungrateful, I don't know, it didn't have like bones in it. Thank goodness. I think I would have, I don't know. But on the other side, it was a bit mushy. Like it was like an embryo. And I just ate into it, guys. I didn't eat it all. I'm going to be honest. I did not eat it all. I bit one into it. And I was just, when I saw, like even thinking about it right now, I'm about to vomit in my mouth. When I bit into it, I could see what the other half looked like, and I could see the embryo of the duck. I'm so sorry, guys. If you are animal lovers in the chat, you are probably hating me right now. I get it. Trust me, I hate myself for doing this. It was disgusting. I will never, ever do that in my life again. Ever. Blech. I swallowed what was in my mouth, and then I was like, I can't eat that. And then one of my other friends ate it. But then the lady next to me, she had bones in hers. So I don't know which is worse, bones or the embryo. Oh, yeah. So let's just say I went home burping up egg all night. Even the next day, I was burping up egg. It was foul. Ugh. I can't even think. Ooh, yuck. It was a very gross experience. So guys, I'm just about to park at my house, and I'm always running late. So I have to run. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now. So thank you for the entertaining chat. And that's how that conversation went about, because someone in the chat was talking about Philippines. So thank you. That's how it all came about. I blame you guys. I blame you guys for the memory of balut. It was disgusting. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here. See you guys. Have an awesome afternoon or morning or night. Adios.